are live in 4 minutes until kickoff. Then I copy and paste that to Sarah so she knows. If she's not on.
Look official, Tracy.
Official.
Like when my hair's dirty.
All right, we are live for day 3 of the finale, Cincinnati, Ohio. Champion Mill Spooky Nook. Day 3, Sunday morning. 8:05 tip-off brings us 3N and Fireball Basketball Academy. Tip-off in about 2 minutes, so get yourself your morning coffee and a muffin, and we'll be ready to go. Let's do the intro here. If you've been following along, you'll know that 3N comes in with an impressive 3-0 record and top of the overall standings. 3N is 3-0. Opening up on Friday, they took care of Indiana Pride Attack, 58-33. Yesterday, they had 2 matchups. The 12:45 one found us pounding 5-star, 56-29. And the 5:25 game, 3N took care of Bay State Jaguars, 42-20. This likely will be the most challenging matchup so far, because the opponent here in the pool, this will be the last pool game before moving on to bracket play. And Fireball Basketball Academy also comes in with a nice 3-0 record, and they opened up their tournament here at the finale on Friday by beating 5-star 44-34. And their 2 wins yesterday, they went 2-0 yesterday. They beat Buckeye State Blast 48-31, and the same Bay State Jaguars, they beat 45-36. So we're about ready to go underway here to see who comes out as the #1 seed of this pool. 3N will be dressed in their black tops, black bottoms. Fireball Academy will be in white tops, white bottoms with black numbers and letters. It's an 8:05 tip. Expect it to be not as intense. Historically, those 8 o'clock tips, like all of us, just kind of waking up. So the girls hopefully will still come out swinging. We shall see. Nice. Fireball. comes out of Wake Forest, North Carolina. So they've made a nice little trek here in the beautiful state of North Carolina. Out on the floor now will be Zoe taking the tip. Joining her will be Audrey, Shelby, Dylan, and Charlie ready to come in. As always, Kate over there next to Coach Nat. Speaking of North Carolina, Delaney is vacationing there, so we miss you, Delaney. Hopefully you woke up to catch your girls here in their game 4 on day 3. Following this game will be bracket play. This afternoon, winning this game, we'll play at 3. If we do not take care of Fireball, we'll be playing at 4 today. And then it affects tomorrow's schedule. So stay tuned for all that. To my right is Big Eric. He is ready to go with the stats all the way across at the table. Jill will be managing the book. 16 minutes have been placed on the clock. Let's go, Zoe! Here comes the other ref. He is buckling his belt, and we are ready to go. The tip goes into the hands of Charlie. Charlie now gets it across, looks to set up the first possession of offense. Asking Zoe to come up to set a screen, and she does. Inside to Zoe. She got thrown away into the hands of number 3 for Fireball. And trying to steal it there is Charlie. She does get the steal. Reaching in for the first foul is number 2. So it was on the floor. 3N will possess it on the side next to the opponent's bench. We're 20 seconds in. Outside now, Charlie at the top. Charlie goes out to Audrey. It comes over. Nice high-low to Dylan. Dylan throws it up, and almost went in. But she'll get the shoot, too. No score. Over.
Yeah, we chatted for a while.
Oh, maybe I got some insight. Dylan gets the first, and we're on the board. Gets them both. Well done. 2-0, 5:24 on the clock. Here comes Fireball. And Charlie guards on the outside. Kicked by Audrey, so it's going to stay with Fireball. They will inbound under their basket. They get it outside deep. That's a 3. That's up. That's off. Rebound. Fireball. Ripped out of the Fireball's hands by Zoe. So that's a steal for Zoe. And here comes Audrey, inside now to Dylan. Dylan goes right, kicks it out to Zoe. She thought about a 3, kicks it back to Dylan. Dylan gets it over to Audrey. This is a lot, the tempo here is really fierce, even though it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Zoe's attempt is blocked there. It goes in the hands of number 12 for Fireball, defended there by Shelby. 14:43 on the clock, 2-0, 3N from the 2 free throws by Dylan. No field goals yet, and Fireball is going to try to change that. And that's a 3. That's off. Rebound, Audrey. Audrey picks up the board and gets it up to Shelby. Shelby now gets it back to Audrey. She gets it across midcourt quickly now. Uncovered and just sitting there waiting for the perfect pass was Zoe, who gets the easy bucket and a quick timeout by Fireball. Makes 4-0 early on here on day 3. The matchup of the 2 3-0 teams in this pool will determine the 1 seed and the 2 seed. 14:16 on the clock. We're early on, 4-0, 3N. Yeah. Gannon, Ohio Dominican. Yeah. It's the same girl from yesterday. Assistant coach. All right, back out from the timeout. No presses on here, so Fireball will bring it across until they get to the midcourt. That's where Audrey and the others will meet her. Now, quick turnaround, no good. Rebound, Shelby. Shelby, over to Charlie. Charlie now, trotting across. We're under 14. To the top, Dylan. Dylan to the top, screened by the ref. Now Audrey, she's gonna go left. She's gonna think about kicking it out. That's Charlie from the corner, and that's a 2. Her foot was on the line, so not a 3, it's a 2. But a nice bucket nonetheless. 13 and a half on the clock. Here comes Fireball looking to get their first points of the game. Shelby defends well. They said foul on Dylan. That's her first. On the floor, checking into the game for Dylan, is Kate. Kate's had a great weekend so far, and she is ready to go here at 8 o'clock. She defends that 3, makes her miss. The ball's on the ground. Charlie picks it up, but it's a jump ball. It should be White's ball, and it is. Good hustle play by Charlie Knowles. 13-13 on the clock. 6-0, 3N. Fireball to inbound. Under their basket, looking to get it in. They go deep. And, oh, that's a foul. He said he must. They called Audrey for the reach around. It looked like she got all ball, but she must have.
Ball doesn't come out that fast with good hand.
Yeah. So that's Audrey's first. 13 on the clock. Fireball's going to try it again. At the top, Audrey defends with a little bit of help from Charlie. Now inside, that's Shelby to defend that. And it's blocked and stolen by Kate. Picked up the loose ball is Shelby. Quickly now up the court. Zoe goes up. She gets pushed down. And so it's going to stay on the ground. It's going to stay on the floor. Zoe just got tackled. She's okay. Couple of subs coming in for Fireball. 12:42 on the clock. And a couple shoelaces to tie before we get started. The line play is called. Watch Zoe in the back. Here they go. They keep Zoe all the way deep. Zoe goes left. Zoe hands it off. Charlie shoots up a 3. That's in. If Charlie starts getting hot, you saw what she did on Friday. This will be in favor of the girls in black. Here they are. 12 and a half to go. 9-0 is the score. 3N. Taking it to this team from North Carolina. Kate guards on the outside. Penetrating, she traveled, blocked by Shelby into the hands of Zoe. Zoe finds Kate, who now races up the court. Kate gets it out to Audrey. Audrey on the left wing gets it all the way across, but it's stolen there. Nice play by the young lady in orange, bright orange sneakers. But Audrey tried to sit. She did. Audrey, what a play. Oh, and it just gets out of the reach of Charlie. How did Audrey save that? There's a 3 that's up and off. Rebound. Stays with Fireball. But it doesn't there because it gets stolen by Audrey. Quickly now to Charlie. Charlie on the outside, she penetrates, throws it up, no foul. Rebound into the hands of the girl who just checked in for Fireball. This doesn't feel like an 8 o'clock game. These girls are really moving. 11 and a half on the clock. 9-0 is the score. 3N up. Trying to make it double digits here on defense. There's a block by Zoe. And that attempt doesn't go. Zoe gets the board, and it gets kicked out by number 3 on Fireball. So possession 3N. Good job. 11:15 on the clock. 9-0. 3N. Audrey calls out the offensive play. Zoe at the top. Zoe gets it at the top, kicks it back to, now they're moving the ball around. Inside to Zoe, quickly out to Audrey. This is a lot of movement. Here comes Charlie, gets it into Zoe. Back out to Audrey. Audrey thought about a 3. Instead, she gets, and I think Shelby throw it away. It's going to be good ball movement, but We're under 11, 9-0. Block by Dylan. Great block. Kate picks up the loose ball and gives it to Audrey. Here comes Audrey. Dylan now goes inside, loops it around, hits the bottom of the backboard. Rebound. Fireball. That last substitution has Zoe on the bench, and the defense by Dylan causes the turnover of travel. Quick substitution for Fireball, 10-14 on the clock. We're still at 9-0. Court 25. Spooky note. Audrey all the way around. Back to Audrey. Throwing it to Charlie. Charlie gets it. Inside now to Dylan. Back out. Oh. Tip there, but in the hands of Kate. Kate now gets it to the top for Charlie. I'm in a place here that you probably can't see the corner there. They're going to say travel on Dylan. I'm going to try to move up a little bit so you can catch that corner. No. No, it's okay, back at it on defense now. 9.5 to go. Here comes Fireball. And it's stolen. Almost stolen by Audrey, but stays with Fireball. They throw it all the way to Zoe and Coach Pat. So 3N will have possession on the Hail Mary pass attempt. Charlie will inbound it next to Jill Walker, and Audrey walks it across. 9.5 on the clock, 9-0, 3N. Charlie from the top gets it over to the right wing to Audrey. Now back to the other wing to Kate. Into the corner, Charlie for three. Quick three, and it's off. Rebound. Dylan fights for it, loses it, and here comes Fireball. Fireball gets it across with a lot of traffic from the 3N girls. And stop pop for their first basket. No. Rebound. Doesn't go in, but she's going to get fouled by Dylan. So number 12 will get to shoot 2 free throws here to try to get their first points. Stop the clock. Hey, clock. Clock. Hey, stop the clock. Misses. Couple subs in here for Fireball. And there's the first point. She got 1 or 2. 9-1's the score. 9:09. They put some time back on the clock after letting it run for about 20 seconds. Kate gets it out to Shelby. Shelby tries to get it into Dylan, but it's stolen by number 1. And she goes quickly. And there's their first field goal. Fireball on the transition offense. Gets it now to Dylan, who quickly finds Kate inside. Kate loses the handle, and it's stolen again by number 1. And those orange sneakers. So here comes Fireball looking to... That's a travel? No? Gotta have some control coming in like that. Here comes Fireball. All the way to the top. Blocked by Dylan. No, they're going to say Dylan must have got her at the body. That's Dylan's third. Is that her third?
Third.
Wow, that's her third already. Zoe's ready to check in after this first free throw. She gets 2 here. 9-3 is the score. So a little run here by the opponent at the 8:23 mark. Dylan takes a seat. Zoe takes her place right there on the line, ready for a rebound. Should she miss, 9-4 is the score. Missed. Rebound, Zoe. Zoe finds Audrey. Here they come. Quickly now to Charlie. Charlie now gets it across, bounces it, but now here comes a lot of girls. So there must be numbers. Kate penetrates, throws it into Zoe, throws it up, missed, but she gets fouled. Got to put that away. That was right in front of the basket, but she'll get to shoot 2 here. 8:10 on the clock. Get Missed them both. Big rebound for Shelby. She goes back up, gets blocked. Rebound. Fireball. 8 on the clock. Shelby defends in the backcourt. Shelby tries to get the loose ball, but it squares to the floor. Tipped by Zoe, but it stays with Fireball. And it's going to be possession Fireball. Looks like Kate got a piece of that one. Fireball and little run here. We're under 8. 9-4 is the score. They get it in deep. Defended by Zoe, rebound Zoe. Zoe looks it down, gets it to Audrey. Audrey now finds Charlie. Charlie brings it across center court to the corner, Kate. Kate in the corner, tries to get it inside to Zoe, but it gets tipped. And here comes Fireball, another turnover. Fireball looking to squeeze this deficit from 5 to 3. And that does it. Now Audrey brings it across with a lead of just 3, 7:14 on the clock. Zoe goes to the top to set a screen. Here comes Zoe, kicks it out, and it's stolen again. Our passes, they're reading all of our passes much better than any team has, and making those passes usually go through. There's a turnover, defended well by Shelby. So 3N will get possession back. Few ticks under 7 here in the first half. 9-6 is the score. Vienna University and Ohio Dominican and Otterbein watching. All right, here comes Zoe from the top. Zoe kicks it out. Charlie for a deep 3 that's in and out. Rebound, Fireball. Fireball races up the court. That's a 3 from the pocket corner, and that's in to tie it up. And we're back to a new game here, folks. A 9-0 run, I believe. I think it was 9-0. So a 9-0 run by Fireball, who is a formidable opponent. 3 for Kate, and Kate misses that attempt. Here comes Fireball looking to get the first lead of the game. And blocked by Zoe. Quickly now to Charlie. Charlie laces up. She gets fouled. She'll shoot 2. We're just under 6. Pat wants something more than just a foul. So he's talking to the ref right now. So Charlie hoping to get the lead right back. She does. A couple of subs here for the opponent. This team looks a lot quicker and smarter than the other teams we played. Zoe with the big board throws it in but out. Good look, but just not falling. 3N up by 1 point here, and a kick ball will reset things from Charlie. It's going to be right here in front of the camera. Quick sub for sub. We're under 6. 1 point advantage for 3N. That's a 3 to take the lead. That's in. 3N needs to not be sloppy with the ball. This team will make you pay for it. All the way across and almost stolen. Kate has it. She takes it in. She throws it up and off. Rebound Zoe. Nice pass to Shelby. Couldn't handle it. Charlie now goes around her girl. Inside. I don't know what they called here. What did they call? What did they call? You know what the call was? I don't know what the call was. Maybe traveling. I don't know. Maybe we stepped out. I don't know. But it's not our ball, and we're down 2 here at the 5:08 mark. Fireball on a 12-1 run. So they took a couple of punches from us and just came right back and threw their own punches. Here comes the 8-foot jumper. That's off. Rebound. Fireball keeps it. They're moving it well.
Box out.
18-footers in. Here they come. 14-10 fireball. 3 and down 4. 4.5 to go. Got our best test of the weekend so far. Inside to Zoe. Zoe gets fouled, so Zoe will shoot 2. Rhythm. Butt out, fingertips. Damn it! All right, here we go. Missed them both. 14-10 is the score. 4:19 on the clock. Nice ball movement. Zoe with the board, gets Audrey. Audrey over to Kate. Kate with 3 girls on her. That's a no foul there. Kate. Number 2 gets another foul. She protests. Looks like Pat called a timeout, so we're gonna have a stoppage here. 3:50 on the clock. 3 and down, 14-10. From the timeout, joining the audience is the Dragons of Tiffin University, and it'll be 3-end ball. Audrey has it on the left wing. Looking to try to get a much-needed basket here. Kate throws it away. Got to get some ball fakes here. Big rebound from Zoe. Those rebounds are huge right now. There's another turnover. Come on, guys.
Move our feet, Black. Let's go.
Turnovers are killing us. That's a deep 3. Puts the top of the backboard, 3-end ball. Quick sub for 2 subs for fireball. 3:12 on the clock. 14-10 is the score. 3 and down by 4. Ball fakes, Charlie, ball fakes.
Let's go, Black.
Audrey gets it across. Charlie at the top. Outside, that's a 3. No. Rebound. Fireball. Under 3. Charlie defends on the outside. Now Zoe to the top. Now Kate. Charlie in front of the camera defending. Now Zoe back to the top defending. They're chewing up the clock here. It's just up by 4. 2.5 to go in the first half. Now Audrey defends on the outside. Now Kate in the corner. Zoe. Zoe stays with her girl. She kicks it back out. Audrey defends the backside. Now Zoe to the top. Zoe gets screened. Nice switch by Shelby. The handoff. Defended by Zoe well. Shelby rigs down the board. Hands it off to Audrey. Good defensive stop there. With just a few ticks of 2. Inside now to Zoe. Outside to Audrey. Shelby now to the corner Kate. All the way to the top Audrey. Now Shelby. Inside to Zoe. Kicked it to Kate for 3. Get in there. No. Rebound. That should stay with 3 in, and it does. Off the fingertips of the Number 1 for Fireball. Quick sub for Fireball. And Dylan comes back in, nursing 3 fouls. At the 151 mark, Kate takes a seat. 3N needs a basket here, down 4. Shelby looks to get it in and gets Audrey inside. The ball gets squirted away. And gonna say Shelby reached in for the foul. It'll be Fireball's ball. And they will have it to take it in full court. 14-10's the score. 3N is down. And they just brought Kate back in for the defensive possession. And Dylan takes a seat. She has 3 fouls, so they don't want her on. They're trying to keep her. I guess we only get 5. I don't know. Do they get 5 or 6 fouls? Okay. Ref says 6, so we prefer 6. Zoe guards on the outside. 90 seconds left in the first. That's a 3. That's up. That's in. Big 3 right there. 17-10. We need a basket like nobody's business. Kate gets it inside to Zoe. Zoe lifts the handle. Instead, the 3 goes in to match the 3 that just made the 1 minute mark by Audrey. So we're still down by 4, but we needed that big time. Big 3 from Audrey Bennett. 50 seconds on the clock. Charlie guards on the outside, looking to get a turnover or a stop. And here they go on the inside. And they do throw it away. Good stop there, 41.6. Hey, good stop. Now get a basket.
Let's go, Black.
We need a basket. Be smart.
Tempo and stop them.
So for the offensive possession, Kate takes the seat and Dylan checks back in. We're under 40. 17-13 is the score. 3N down by 4, and here comes Audrey. Audrey stops her dribble and gets it over to the corner to Dylan. He just checked in. Back to the top, Audrey. All the way across. See, those kind of plays, we've done it repeatedly, and it doesn't work. So we need to be a little bit smarter with the ball. Love Audrey, but we'll put a little more mustard on it. This might be the last play. We're at 10 seconds. Zoe guards on the outside. 3, 2, 1. No shot. She got it off, but not in time. So that's halftime. 17-13 to score. 3N down by 4. 2 minutes on the clock for halftime. And we'll put another 16 on for the second half. Here's the stats. Probably not going to be too impressive. Leading the way is Charlie with 6 points. And she picked that up with a field goal and a 3-point shot. And she also has 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Going along with Charlie's stat line, she does have 1 steal. Audrey has 3, Zoe has 2, and Dylan has 2. Rebounds, Zoe has 7 rebounds in the first half, followed by Dylan's 3. So that's impressive, but we need some more points. Foul trouble, we know about Dylan's 3, and other than that, Shelby has 1 on that reach-in just right before half, and then Audrey has 1. So not much to report here. Hopefully there'll be much more to report 16 minutes from now. Thank you, Eric. You are. Yeah. All right, second half here. Ready to go. Brienne has some work to do. Formidable opponent out of Wake Forest, North Carolina. That's basketball country, definitely. So we'll start things off. Audrey walks it across. Shelby now looks to go around the screen by Zoe. She loses the handle and it's a turnover. Shelby gets up slowly. And fouling that attempt was Charlie. Shelby is still limping. Hopefully she's okay. I couldn't see because missed the first. Gets the second. The lead is 5. Shelby now throws it away. This is so preventable. Like, it's a 2. That's a 2. Like, some of this stuff is just we're better than this. I mean, yes, this team can move and they can, but you know, a ball fake now and then, and you know, here comes Zoe, kicks it out to Audrey, gets it to Charlie. Again, they're playing defense the way we play defense. Zoe on the floor, nice play by Zoe to make the ball go. Here's on the floor. I mean, this is what we usually deliver to opponents: is skinny defense, feeling like there's 6 or 7 girls out there, and you know that's basically what they're doing to us, and it's working. Coach Pat is really letting them have it. I don't know who, but he's really fired up against this fireball team. Shelby tries to get it in and is fouled. Dylan's attempt was fouled by number 1 in orange sneakers, so that's on the floor again. They're trying to get it in here, and they're making it hard. Audrey gets it on the outside, gets it inside to Dylan. That's a flop, if they didn't call it. Dylan didn't convert her attempt. So here comes Fireball up by 7. They hit that 2-pointer. And they just hit that one. So they're shooting their shots right in between the 2-3 zones, which is how you beat them. Now she was on the line, and so it's going to be 3 on ball. But they're in between the defense and they're making those 8-foot jumpers, and that's how you beat the 2-3 zone. So definitely it's obvious that we've been scouted, which is everyone does that. However, we need to counter and be able to respond to what they've been able to do, and so far we haven't seen that. Down 9. Inside to Zoe. Zoe throws it up and missed, and that's the other thing. Not every shot falls, but nothing seems to be falling right now, which is very frustrating. We're getting the right looks. Getting the right looks, and there's an over the back. Great defense by Shelby and Audrey to cause that over in the back. We're under 14. And there comes Audrey. Steps into a 3. Gets it. Big 3. Audrey hit the last bucket, which is a 3 in the first half, and gets the first field goal for 3N in the second half, which is also a 3. And Dillon, nursing 3 fouls, does her best to try to defend that. She's got foot on the line, so it's going to be a turnover. 3N. Here comes a press here. 3N down by 8. 13 and a half on the clock. They break the press. Throws it up and misses. Zoe with another board. Here comes Audrey to Charlie. Charlie gets it inside. Tip. Nice play, and Charlie picks up a foul. Coach Pat is heated. 24-16, 13 minutes to go. That's a 3. That's in. We have got to get it together here, guys. Here comes Charlie. Zoe inside to Dillon. There's a foul. And the reach. It's on the floor. Quick sub for Fireball. 12:50. That attempt doesn't go. And no foul called, so here comes Fireball. 12:40 on the clock. Defended there by Zoe, and Zoe ties it up. That should be Fireball's possession, and it is. 12:35 on the clock. Now that's the first sign of the vinegar that we like to see from Zoe. If we see that side of Zoe, this is going to be fun to watch. We've always said, get a little mad. But they're just hitting their shots now. This isn't good if you're a 3N fan. Another 3. You're going to have to match it. There's a turnover. Timeout by Coach Pat, much needed. We can't stop the rush. And Coach Pat will have to stop the momentum that Fireball is picking up here. 12:14 on the clock. We're down 32-16. How did they get that? And just like that, they doubled us. So we're at risk of having a running clock. I hate to say it, but we've been in these situations, and this will test the mettle of these girls. See what they have. If they have anything, they need to bring it out and not hold it much longer, because although it's 12:14 on the clock, that's not a lot of time when you're down 16. So you saw the vinegar from Zoe, and if that's what we need, and we need to see that come alive. From the timeout, full court press is on. Down 16, 12:14 on the clock. Shelby's on the bench. And there's another. We got to get more strength on those passes. These girls are too fast. They're just tracking it down and making it very difficult. So here comes Audrey. Got to have strong passes, maybe a ball fake. Got to beat this skinny defense that we usually are the ones delivering. Here comes Dillon on the wing inside to Zoe. That's a foul. Good call. Just banging. And if they don't call that, then they're just going to get away with it. We saw that when we played West Coast at Roses. They were very physical, and they let them be physical. And if they let you be physical, it's going to be a long day for 3N. So I'm glad they're calling it. But we need to convert some baskets here. So on the outside is Charlie. You can't see because of the ref, but we're going to tell you what's going on. Charlie on the outside, loses the ball, picks it up, and with the girl in her face, looking to get rid of it. Charlie is behind the left, and she goes left. Charlie picks it out to Audrey for 3. That's off. Rebound. Into the hands of Fireball. You need points. You see, and then they convert. This is kind of a script out of a 3N recipe book. Stingy defense and quick transitions. That's what we're being dished right now. 3 attempt is off by Kate. So another stop for FBC for Fireball Academy. And we're under 11. So every possession counts. We need stops. And we need buckets. Knocked out of play there. It's going to stay with Fireball. 10:46 on the clock. Defended there by Zoe, but not good enough. Another 3. Something's got to turn. Got to turn it around. 10.5. 36-16. We were up 9-0 in this game, folks. So that's a 36-7 run. Charlie's attempt. She gets fouled and she gets punched in the face. She gets up slowly, covering her eye. Zoe helps her up. Charlie gets up. She looks okay. She's gonna shoot too. Ready to check in is Shelby. Gets the first. Shelby comes in for Audrey. So Charlie will likely move the point. A couple of subs for Fireball. They have a bench of 3. Gets them both. Much needed points there, but we need a lot more and some stops. 10:14 on the clock. The clock's not running. And a turnover. So it's like a sub for Fireball. 1 sub.
Look what you got, girl.
Now Charlie running point at the 10-minute mark. Down 36-18. Let's put up a remarkable comeback. Let's go. Let's call it a comeback here. And that's got to go in to get it started. But it doesn't fall. Good try, Dill. Here comes Fireball. We're down to 9:46. And we're down 18. So let's get some things going, girls. And that's going to try to start things. Good tip there. Now Zoe gets the loose ball to Kate. Kate goes left, and there we go. Good job. Zoe picked up the loose ball, found Kate quickly. Kate went to the left side of the rim and scored a much-needed basket for 3M. 9:15 on the clock. Shelby defends well. On the outside, looks like they're going to chew some clock up. And that nice pass delivers a nice bucket for the Fireball. So Charlie mishandled the ball and caused a turnover.
You witness me, you know she couldn't touch the ball.
Fireball on the outside, chewing some clock up, looking for that one pass. It's like their last possession. Zoe guards on the outside, they get it inside. Charlie's going to guard that and blocked by Zoe. Rebound, loose ball, whatever you want to call it. Dylan picks it up, gets it to Shelby. Shelby has it to the top. Charlie ready to check in his Audrey on the next whistle. Inside to Dylan. Dylan goes left. Dylan goes right. He's going to throw it up. That's a jump ball. Stays with, yeah, black ball. Is a sub? We have a sub? So Zoe takes a seat. Audrey comes in. Here comes the line play outside to Dylan. Dylan takes it. She gets wrapped, but no call. Dylan throws it up and not in. It's going to come off and wait, there's a double dribble there. She knows it. It's going to go back to 3 in. 8:09 on the clock. 3 in down by 18 still. 38-20. Need a basket. Audrey on the outside goes left, back between her legs. She gets it over here in front of the camera to Charlie for 3. That's off. Rebound. Charlie gets her own rebound. Here comes Dylan, penetrates, throws it up and in. Big bucket there for Dylan Walker. Need more of those, and we need to stop. We're under 8, 38-22. Let's go. Chip away at it. Chip away at it. Shelby defends on the outside. That's inside pass. They're moving it around well. Step back 3. That's in. That's hard to defend right there, folks. We usually see that from Audrey and Charlie, but this opponent matches up very well. Especially what we've seen all weekend. This is definitely what we wanted to kind of test. We want to compete. We want 7-10 to do something here. After that last 3, it's 41-22. One more point will be a running clock. The ball, by the way, the stoppage rolled all the way down to the other court, so that's the delay. Inside now to Kate. Kate goes left, goes right, throws it up. Doesn't go. Kate tried to save it, but it's going to be the opponent's ball.
Start the clock! Start the clock! Start the clock! Start the clock, Red! We ain't the clock ain't running. The clock is moving.
That's a foul on the floor by Audrey. Zoe checks back in for Kate. Fireball brings the sub of their own. Yeah. They brought a sub of their own in. Got a little tongue twisted there. Good defense by Charlie and Shelby. Dylan comes to join the track party, and it works because Audrey picks it up and gets it to Charlie. Now outside to Shelby, all the way to Zoe. Zoe looks to go all the way across to Dylan. Dylan goes baseline. Dylan throws it up and in. Back-to-back buckets on similar plays. Just flip the mirror, and Dylan scores from the other side. Nice look. But we need more of those. Here comes Fireball to chew some clock up. That's another foul on Audrey on the floor. 6:12 on the clock. Third foul for Audrey. 41-24 is the score. 3N needs to put a run here and get some stops. And that's going to help. Picked up the loose ball as Dylan. Hands it off to Charlie. Charlie goes left and gets it across. 6 minutes on the clock. Charlie throws it away.
No foul on the body there.
Looking for a foul. What's that?
What'd she say?
I don't know. I don't know what she said. We're under 6. 41-24 is the score. The end. Trying to get a stop here. Like a block by Dylan, but they call a foul instead, so Dylan's fourth. send the girl, number 12, to the line to shoot 2 at 5:29 on the clock. If everything stands the way it is, I believe we're out of the pool play after this game. Start bracket play for the next game.
In front of it, please.
Dylan uses the handle, but it goes off the toe. The pink shoe, not the yellow shoe of number 22. So 3N has it. Shelby looks to get it in. Gets it to Zoe. Zoe goes up with her left hand and finishes. Good job. Zoe looks stuck there, but she said, I have nothing else to do. I might as well just put it in, and she does. 5 minutes on the clock. 3N down, 42-26. Shelby guards on the outside and picks up a foul. How many on Shelby? 2 on Shelby? That's Shelby's second. Here comes the defense. Tipped there by Zoe. Jump ball. Sub. So the possession stays with Fireball. And we are turning up the defense. Blocked by Zoe. Into the hands of Audrey. Here comes Dylan. Dylan goes up. Dylan's, other than Zoe's last basket, Dylan's got the last 3, I believe. So we need a lot more of those. And a lot more blocks from Zoe. 4.5 on the clock. 42-28. Get another stop. Shelby's trying to do it. So is Audrey. But there's a girl wide open. She's going to shoot the 18-footer and make it. That's a dagger. But timeout called by the opponent at the, as soon as the ref moves, I'll tell you. 4:14 mark. 44-28 to score. You can move over to the girl. So we'll keep an eye on it. All right, back from the timeout, resetting things. 2 ticks above 4 minutes here. 3N needs some baskets, and they need them quick. Charlie on the outside. Kicks it to Dylan. Dylan goes back to the top, gets it all the way across to Shelby. Inside, unguarded. That's a foul. Nice movement. But Zoe gets fouled, so she'll shoot 2. No luck from the charity stripe so far. Hopefully she gets a little here. And she does. Sub for the opponent. They bring in 1. Flips them both. That gets us to the 30 mark. 44-30. God missed that one. Roll that up. Rebound Zoe. I don't think Shelby was looking. So it's gonna, one ref says it's 3N ball, the other ref says it's Fireball ball. And I I guess Fireball wins that one. Well, I don't know. Zoe threw it to Shelby, but Shelby wasn't open. So I don't know how they score that. Probably on Zoe.
Oh God, hang on.
Charlie took one right in the gut. She peels herself off the floor. She is in distress. She got hit in the rib.
Good job, Charlie! All right, Charlie.
Yeah, she needs to come out. Dylan fires back. No foul even though she got pushed. 3 minutes to go. Charlie is really in some pain. But she's a tough cookie. She is going to gut it out to try to gather herself. But right now she doesn't look like she's a happy camper. Reaching around for that was Audrey. That's her fourth. And pulling Charlie out now at the stoppage. At 2:45, Kate relieves her. Hopefully she's okay. Now the inbound. Blocked by Zoe. Another block. She might have a double-double and block some rebounds. But Zoe's not going to care about that. She come up short on the scoreboard. Which as a 2:35, we are down 46-32. And that tipped by Audrey puts the ball into Shelby's hands. We need a big basket here. Dylan on the outside. Dylan gets it inside to Zoe. Zoe goes left. Jump, misses. And tipped by Kate into the hands of Audrey, who finds Kate. That's a mismatch. Get her. Zoe gets tangled up by three girls. She'll go back to the line. 2:05 on the clock. Timeout. Fireball. You have to get up and defend the ball. Timeout. Zoe gets 2 free throws here. 2:05 on the clock. She missed her first 4, but got her last 2, so maybe she's on a run here. She gets that one. Missed the second one. All right, so 2 minutes to go. (46-33). The way it stands now is finishing second in our pool moves us to the 4:15 game today. So that will likely be our next matchup. Starting bracket play. Coming out second in this pool to Fireball. We will finish 4-0 and we will finish 3-1. 90 seconds to go and Fireball's looking to just keep the last 90 seconds up. Maybe get a bucket, maybe not. And that turnover, nope. They said it was touched. I think Audrey did one of her reach arounds that stays with the opponent. 1:12 on the clock. Charlie's checking back in. That's a really good sign. And Shelby takes a seat. And Zoe picked it up, but they say Audrey picked up the foul before Zoe got the ball. So there's Audrey's third, maybe fourth foul, I don't know. And that's tipped by Zoe into the hands of Kate. Kate up to Zoe. Zoe finishes well. So Zoe with the bucket. And that's a steal by Audrey. Audrey throws it up and in. And a quick timeout by Coach Pat at the 41.6 mark. Respectable little push here at the end. Might be a little bit too late though. 46-37. Crazier things have happened. In fact, when we played back east a couple of years ago in the Made Hoops, we were playing, I believe it was the New York Gauchos. I could be wrong about that. And go watch this game. There was 2 minutes left and I think we were down 15. Came back and won that game. I remember the stunned look on the faces of the opponent that day. And so when I say crazier things have happened, they're going to need some kind of that magic here. It is only 41.6 seconds, so that's not a lot of time. But those last two plays where we pick up a quick steal and a quick bucket, that's the recipe. But we're down 9, under a minute here. So let's just see how these girls, this is the medal I was talking about. And here they come. Get it across, 35 on the clock. Double dribble. And the trap worked. Shelby and Audrey. Turnover, 23.7. They're going to have to score quickly. Go, Audrey, go.
Gotta go.
Go. Gotta go. And defended there, but stays with 3-hand. Quick step for Fireball, 14.5. We got to go a little quicker than that. And here's the play, Shelby to get it in by the bench. They get it into Zoe inside. Zoe goes right. Zoe throws it, misses. Just a little too much curl from her fingertips, so that's probably going to do it. And that's 3. They're going to take it into street dive. And they do. They get that last basket right at the end. So 48-37 is the final. Hang on, don't click that. Final stats for those who are interested. If you're not, I understand. Dylan with 10, Zoe with 9, Audrey with 8, so did Charlie have 8, and probably a cracked rib. Kate had a bucket. So, all right, we'll see you at 4:15, folks.
Play them on Monday at 3 or 10.